welcome to this week's Digital Live. A little bit earlier than normal, but I just wanted to bring it a little bit earlier in the day so that everybody could make the most of what I have to offer. So welcome to today's episode. We are going to be talking about creating video without you needing to be on video. So how does that actually work? Well, let's just put the little title up so that I can put my title up. And I'm just going to hang out here for a couple of minutes whilst everybody joins me. Do let me know that you're joining me live in the chat. Maybe put your name and where you're watching me from. And if you're watching the replay, do the same, but use the hashtag replay as well. Now, this is the Digital Live Q&A. I bring questions to you every week that I get asked throughout my week as somebody who helps people to understand the tools at their fingertips regarding digital marketing, video marketing, sort of e-course creation. So I get asked lots and lots of questions about the tech, about how to do something, how to create something. And one of them recently has been a lot on, how do I create videos without actually being on the video myself? How can I create videos using photographs that I've already taken? How can I create videos where I'm not the focus of the video? So we're going to run through some of those ideas today. So do let me know that you're here. I'd love for you to just be, have a chat with me in the comments. If you ask a question, I'll answer it. And, if you can and you're watching me on any of my platforms, especially YouTube, please do subscribe to my channel. And if you want to, like the video and of course, share it with anybody that you want to share it with as well. So we're going to be looking at, I would say, faceless videos, but you are going to be on the video, but you just might not be on it like I am at the moment. So I'm live streaming today and I'm actually on the video, but there are lots of different ways that you can live stream, for example, without being on the video. Yes, it's nice for people to put the face to the person, but I could actually just grab my screen share that I'm going to share with you in a bit and actually take myself off the camera, so I can actually disable my camera and then I'm not on the camera. So that's just one way of doing it, but we're not going to go into that just yet. We're going to be talking a little bit about how you can actually create these videos, and then I'm going to actually show you some practical elements as well. So we do have a couple of people. Roberto Westwood, hi there. I know it's a little bit early. 4:30 a.m. Gosh, is it really that early? Wow. So in Canada there. So hey, and thanks for joining in. Hopefully my little announcement didn't wake you up. And then we've got Chuck Moron as well, living in Charlottesville, VA. And now I'm in London in the UK, as you can probably hear from my voice. So if I'm going too quick or you need me to be a little bit clearer, then do let me know. I know I have a little bit of fun with Brian on his Gets Live in LinkedIn on a Saturday with my English accent. So do let me know if you have any questions about creating that as well. Oh, hi, Lisa. Lisa's there in Australia as well. So nice, having a bit of nice summer as well. Oh, we've got Joseph in Miami as well. So this is absolutely awesome. So hello, Joseph in Miami. So we're looking at creating videos today without you needing to be on the video. And there are lots of different ways that you can do that actually, but it's very difficult to sometimes push past that whole, I'm going to be on camera. What do I do? And how do I actually create those videos? Now, I'm actually going to be using a tool today called Wave.video. So Wave.video is my favorite video editor, and it enables you to create lots of videos for your social media, maybe your website, maybe a blog, anything that you need it for. You can create the promos and you can create the videos in there. Now, sometimes I share my phone with you, but today I'm not going to do that. So today we're going to be doing desktop video creation, because if you're not going to be on camera, the majority of times that you actually are able to create the video is probably on your desktop, although I do have some really good apps for desktop creation. For mobile creation. So if you want to get the toolkit for that, then you can just type in toolkit underneath this video and I will connect with you afterwards and send you the appropriate toolkit. I've got a toolkit that has everything that I use, and I have a toolkit that I use for just my course creation. So whichever one you want, I will send it to you. So I'm going to go through some of the different ways that you can be on camera. And I've got a little video for that I created earlier. So I'm going to share my screen for this one. I'm down here at the bottom. So I'm using Wave for this. This video I created as a reel. So I've actually put this onto my Instagram account already, and I wasn't on it, but this was talking to you about 6 ways to record content for your e-course. And that's exactly the same as, say, like creating content without you being on it as well, which is great. So yeah, that's great. Thanks, Chuck. I will get that toolkit to you in no time. So I'm going to play this, and then you can have a look at the different ways that you can actually create video. Let's just get it back to the beginning, and then we're just going to go through it. So there's no music to it, so I can talk over it. So the first way would be with talking head. Now you think, well, that's not really going to answer not being on video, but you can actually get somebody else to actually share what it is that you want to share as a talking head video. So yes, you normally would be the one that's on the talking head video, but if you're not, and you're not comfortable being in front of the camera for any reason, you could actually ask a colleague or a friend to actually help you do the talking head videos, so that you could actually still put a face to the content, and you could obviously explain, or they could explain for you, that they're the voice of your company, so that they actually then take on that role for you. So that's the first way, is to actually do a talking head, but get somebody else to do the talking head for you. I'm just going to stop my my phone from dinging so that we don't get that background ding all the time. Okay, so that's the first way. Get someone else to do the talking head for you. And then the second way is to record someone else doing the talking, but not so much talking head. So basically you could actually have a group of people, or you could have a collaboration, maybe 2 or 3 people talking, or you could be on site, maybe at an event, or you could be a chef or a cook, and you could be in your kitchen, and you could actually get other people to do the creation for you. So you actually video them as part of the way that you can create video, which is also really useful. Let's see what the next one is. I love this one because I've actually been doing a webinar over the last 24 hours, actually creating one. And that is something that, like, record yourself running a tutorial. So if you are somebody who's very hands-on, maybe you're a creator, or you actually want to record other people, what you can do, I'm just going to get me up on the screen at the same time so I can show you. You could use a tripod like this. So this tripod that I have here is quite snazzy, and it is in my toolkit, so you can see. So it's big enough to fit for us women and men who have a little side bag. It's small enough to go into your bag. And what's great about this one is that you can actually use it as a tripod to record other people, and then you can obviously turn it around and record people actually, you know, like doing your tutorial, you can record it. But what's great about it is it has these little feet, and it turns into a tripod, and then you can bend it. So if I was wanting to do a tutorial of me showing you how to do something on my laptop, I could actually have it sitting next to me, have my phone on here, point it to my actual desktop, and film it as if the way that I'm looking at it, because sometimes that's better for people to understand exactly what you're doing on the mouse, instead of doing it from the inside like we do a lot. So that's one way of doing it, is to actually record yourself doing a tutorial. And you can have a couple of those cameras positioned depending on how much you want to actually do, in different and various positions. And you could even get somebody to hold it whilst they're recording it as well. So that's another one as well. Then another one is to, wait for it, share your screen or presentation. Now there's 2 ways of doing this. The same ways that I'm doing here, I'm actually sharing my screen and being on the side of it as well. I could make myself smaller and turn my camera off so that you can still hear my voice and the presentation is still going on, but the screen share is the focus. So we're not on camera, but the screen share is the focus. So that's another way of doing it. Of course, I like to have my camera on, and I like to be more visible in the screen, but it depends on how you want to. So if you don't want to be on camera like I am now, you can just switch yourself off, and you can actually share your screen, and all of that works really well, which is super awesome. So that's the 4th way. And I think the 5th way is also showing you without me, like without being on the screen. So that's exactly what I've just spoken to you about. And then the 6th way is to record yourself running a class. So I don't know about you, but like over the last 18, 24 months, a lot of us have been doing a lot online, and we've been watching a lot of little mini freebies, little courses. We've been signing up for stuff. And a lot of it is the instructor recording the class that she or he is running for you to then join in. So that's another way. So if you're, say, like a yoga teacher, or you're a Pilates teacher, or a personal trainer, or fitness, or you are like a cycle teacher, you know, because I like doing my BMX, you could record you running a class, but the focus is on the people in the class rather than on the instructor. So that's just 6 different ways that you can actually share a video of yourself without being on camera. So those are the ways that, you know, you could do that. Now, there are some other ways. So, you know, thanks for all the comments as well. Thanks for keep them coming. And Roberto said he wants both toolkits. Okay, perfect. I'll send you both through. One of the things you can do is actually create a video using some of the assets that you've already got. So when I'm talking about assets, that's, say, like photographs that people have taken of you, or photographs that you've taken of other people, or photographs or videos that people have taken of you or of what you're doing. And you can create videos using that content. You can even create a video of after your live stream, you know, and if you want to learn about that, then I'm on a live on Wednesday with the Wave.video team showing you how you can actually create video from your live video. But usually you're on the live video then, so that's not really faceless video, is it? But anyway, we'll get there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into Wave.video, and I'm going to show you how you can create a couple of different videos using some of the assets inside of Wave. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I am going to be down the bottom on the right. Now, if you have any questions, then just let me know if you have any questions, and I will answer them after I've gone through the tutorial. So let's jump over to the other options. So what I want to do first of all is go into the main area of Wave and got to the template. So Wave.video is a video creation tool, like I said, and it's one that I love using, and they've actually got lots of different things coming up, including some live streaming. So, you know, do go and check them out. I can pop a link to Wave underneath here if you want as well. Now, what I love about it is it gives you all these templates that you can use so that you can actually create video from what they've got. So if you're really not confident about going on camera and you really don't want to actually use your own photographs, then you can come into here and choose any of the options here and create your video. So what I did earlier, so that it was quicker for you all to learn, is I chose the road safety for kids. And what I did with it is, you can see here they have this resize option. You can change the shape to whatever you want to use. So vertical, Instagram stories, reels, TikTok, Snapchat, that sort of style, square, or horizontal. So if you're creating, say, like a video for YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, you could use the horizontal. Let's go to the square. So basically I've chosen a square, and as you can see here, there's not a picture of me on this. Now I could change this to tips for creating video without being on the camera. Of course, I can change this to suit me. Now, obviously, I've got this little bit here, so I can just make that a little bit bigger, like so. Or what I could do is remove that white area and then make my text have a background style. So I could actually make my text have a circle. So the circle would actually show up on my text. All I'd need to do is put my text with a white background. So let's just do this one. And then once I've done that, do my background style, maybe a circle, and then it automatically does that for me. So that's super cool. Now, I can make that a bit smaller because I want my photos to be the focus. So I'm just going to maybe make it a little bit longer, like so, and then I can position it where I want it to be positioned. Now, doing it like this means that I don't have to be on camera. I can use the photographs inside of the software to use. Now, they've teamed up with quite a few different, say, stock imagery catalogs. And what you do to change the picture is you click on the background, and over here you see it says replace. I'm going to change this for a picture that I'm not on, that will actually talk about not being on camera. So I'm going to go stop library, and then I'm going to put people, and I'm going to do search. And then rather than do video, I'm going to do images. So I'm going to take all the videos off, and I want to show you that you can do lots free. So I'm going to take all the pricey, all the cost ones off. And then all of these ones are videos of people, pictures of other people. So this is not me on here, so I don't have to be on here. These are for other people. So I'm going to replace it with this one. And here we can say tips for creating video without being on camera. Now, even though I'm using still pictures, I'm actually creating a video. So this software that I'm showing you at the moment actually creates video for you. So when you create video, you actually bring your still photographs to life. So you can actually do this for any type of video. So you could change this to a reel, a TikTok, a YouTube video, a YouTube shorts, anything like that. And all you do then is you can keep using this template, and every time you do, you bring it back to the beginning. You can press play to see what happens. And as you can see, there is the option to make the photograph move towards you. So you not only get movement going through the video slides, you also get movement coming towards you. And you can change that movement around as well. And as you can see, I can leave this one on. So this one could be, say, like tips for creating video. So number one would be, say, don't let the red light stop you. So again, I'm just adapting it to my needs. So let's go back to that. So it's like tips for creating video without being on it. So don't let the red light stop you. And that could be like your red light. That's your own self-awareness, your own confidence. Don't let that stop you from being online as you want to be. And you go through changing it up. So stop, look, and cross. So we're going to change this and put, oops. I'm going to change this and say share photos. Just correct my spelling. And then what I'm going to do here in the background is I'm going to change the template of just this one by clicking this template. And that allows me, or not that one, let me just, oh no, sorry, layout. Let's go to layout. And that one over here allows me to bring in some photos. So I'm going to grab this one. And then I'm going to add all my photos in. So I'm going to change this one for a photo. So again, I'm just going to grab some different photos of people and I'm going to place those in. And you do that and you just keep doing that until you are ready. So stop video. Again, I'm going to just grab this one. And again, I'm going to do this one. So again, you just keep doing it until you're happy with all of your photos. And you just go through each one until you have done everything that you want and you've replaced what's there already with what you've already got. So just scroll down and get a different picture. Let's do this one, like so. And then so that I can make this writing pop, I'm going to put a background to it again. So I need to choose one that's got a background. And actually, that's quite okay. What I'll do with the background is I'll just make it a little bit semi-opaque so you can just see it. And I'm going to press play so you can see how that works. So I've shared my photos. And then you just go through over each section until you are happy with what you've done with your videos. So what you've done now is that you're going to replace everyone with all the photos. And then once you've done that, all you need to do is come up here and click publish, and it will create that video for you. And what you've done then is you've actually created a video without you actually having to be on the video using the Wave.video tool. So that's super, super cool. So that's one way of creating videos that you have, you're using the assets that you've got. So you're using photographs from within the stock library, or you're using photographs that you've got and you've created a video using the photographs that you have, which is super cool. So I've put a little link to Wave.video in there. If you're on LinkedIn, you won't see that link show up. So what I'll do whilst I'm waiting for you, if you've got any questions, what I'll do is I'll quickly jump into my own video here, tap the chat, see if I can get that link in there. See if I can put that link in there. Yep, the link's gone in there. I'm going to post that in. So those of you on LinkedIn, if you want to give Wave a go, you can do that. Those of you on Facebook and Twitter and in YouTube, it will show the link up for you as well. So that's super cool. So that was one way of creating video, is to use one of the templates that they've already got and then just replace your own pictures into there. And that creates a video for you. So that's a super easy way of actually creating video using photos that you have been on. Now, I want to show you a way of creating video that represents your brand, or what your mission is, or what you want to show, like maybe the promo you're doing, but you're not using your photographs or the stock photographs. You can use a mixture of photographs and videos. Would I give the name of the tripod product? Yeah, sure. So here's the tripod. It's called Tumtech. So I will show you there. Let me see, like so. And what I'll do is, I think I've got a link, because I've got a little Amazon shop actually. Let me get my Amazon shop up and I will send you the link to it and you can go and check it out. So let's have a little look if I can find that whilst I wait for anyone else. Oh, I do. I've got it on there already. That's handy, isn't it? So this is it here. I'm obviously in the UK, but you can look up the title of the product inside of the Amazon wherever you are. So that's the link straight to the product. So there I popped it in the chat inside of my chat that I can do. And what I'll do is I'll pop that into the chat on LinkedIn as well, like so. And that will take you to the product, which is super cool as well. So that's, at the moment, that's on Amazon at £25.99. So if you were to look that up in the, let me just look it up on Amazon.com as well. I can share my screen with you actually. Let's just share my Amazon screen, then that will help you find it. So this is what it looks like here. And if I go to Amazon.com and see if I can find that product on Amazon.com. Yep, in Amazon.com it's the same. It's $26.69. It's $26. So you know, you can grab it from Amazon as well if you want to, which is super cool. Okay, so where are we now? Done that one. So what I want to do is I want to show you just briefly before we end today's call. Yeah, $25.99, super cool. And you know, I have it, like literally this tripod. Let me just quickly go back to the tripod question. This tripod comes with me everywhere. And do you know what else it has, which I find really good? It has the little remote control thing. So maybe I should do a little talk on my little tools that I've got. It's in my toolkit as well. You see, I've got this little, what's it called? Remote control. So you can actually put your phone on here. I've got my phone over there, actually. Let me just get this up. Open this up. Lift it up. Bring it into my camera. So what I do is I put my phone over here. And you can connect the... Let's just put that there. So, oh, it's not in camera like that. Let me just... So I've got stuff on my desk, because I've got one of those desks that you can stand up at, but I've got it down at the moment. So I've got my phone here. And then this connects by Bluetooth. And when it runs out of charge, you just have to plug it in to the battery charge. So you don't have to buy batteries for it. It's chargeable. I've got like a, probably haven't got the right connector. Yeah, I think that one fits it. So let me just see. Yeah, so this type of connector, which you don't get with it, I don't think, comes with it. I don't know if you can, let me see if I can focus in on that. It's a bit like the Apple connector that we used to have, the old one. Anyway, I can charge that up super quick. And then what happens, well, I can if I can find a USB port. Now that I've gone to Apple Pro and everything is the USB-C, so my standard things I have to get a little adapter for, which I do have, but not on me. So apologies for that. So this one comes with a little remote control. So when you're using it as a selfie stick, you can take pictures. When you're recording yourself on camera, you can take pictures. And if you want to do videos without you being on the camera, you turn your camera the other way and you video what you're doing, and you can use the hands-free for that. So that's the tripod. So Chuck just asked me a question actually here. Let's have a little look. Good stuff. Have you compared Wave to InVideo? So many tools. Well, I do have InVideo. I just did a trial of it a while ago, and it's a completely new learning curve again. Obviously, all the tools have a learning curve, don't they, Chuck? So personally, I think Wave is better than InVideo. And I'll tell you why. Number one, because they've got quite a lot of different functions and it is adapting all the time. So Wave has every time I go into the editor, they've added new things. And, you know, not only can you do video creation like we're doing now, you can actually do subtitles, you can add captions, you can add emojis, and they're also bringing out a live streaming tool. And with the introduction of the live streaming tool, which I do have access to, you can actually, whatever you create in the editor, you can actually create overlays and things like that in the editor for this. So the introductory video that I just played you, I actually created in Wave. So that's the sort of thing that you can use. So it's not just a one use video creator. You can actually use it for lots of different things as well. So that's something that, you know, I personally think that Wave.video is more intuitive, but I haven't dug right into InVideo a lot. I've played with it a bit, but I actually prefer to use Wave.video. And I think when you get a piece of software that you like using, you tend to sort of like stick to it, because otherwise, if you do too many things, you get too overwhelmed. There's too many options, then it is a bit overwhelming. And with the introduction of live streaming with Wave, it's going to be like this all-in-one video editor and creator sort of suite. So bit biased, I'm afraid. So I would say I have made a comparison. I did jump into InVideo, but I didn't stay in there very long because, of course, everything works differently in different platforms. So I'm very familiar with Wave. So I just sort of stuck to what I knew I could use quickly and efficiently for when I need it. So I'd rather just sort of stick to something. So yeah, do give it a go. You can sign up for free and give it a little play around and see which one you prefer. Okay, so what I want to do before we end the live is I want to jump into looking at creating video that doesn't include pictures of you and has other things as well. So what I've done is this one, I've actually created a video from a template, and I wanted to talk to you about like using some of the other features that you could use instead of you being on camera. So I'm just going to take your comment off for a second so you can see the screen properly. So this video is a picture of me, and then I've used pictures inside of the editor software to actually talk about what I wanted to say, and I've added some little emojis. So this is another way of creating what I would call a faceless video, a video where you're not on the video. So yes, you can use a picture of yourself, but then you use all of the other assets inside the video editor. So if I play this video for you first of all, then I'll explain to you what I mean. So I'm using this picture of me. So what I did with that is I used a picture of me to talk about your individuality. So for those of you who know me, you know that I'm into pineapples, as you can see over there. And the reason that I'm into pineapples is because I think that, well, I use it as part of my branding because everybody's as unique as an individual pineapple. The same as like there could be 3 fitness teachers in front of me. They all say they're fitness teachers. They all promise that they could help me get fit and lose weight. But each individual one of them will have their own way of doing that. And that's your uniqueness. And that's the same as anyone on here watching me now. You do have competitors out there. I have competitors out there, but not everyone can bring the same thing to the table as I can. And they can bring different things to the table as me, and so on and so on. So you can bring that out in your videos, even if you don't want to use a picture of you. So here as an example, so this is me. I've used this because I'm talking about my brand here. So I'm talking about something that reflects my brand. So I do feel that I need a picture of me. So what I want to do here, because I noticed that it was very short. So I'm going to make that longer. So the photograph can last for longer, and I'll just make the text last for longer. And instead of the photograph zooming in, I'm going to have the photograph moving from left. So it's going to move towards the right. And you see how that works. So that's quite a nice way of doing it. To do that, you would upload the photograph yourself. So this picture that I got, I actually uploaded from my own photos. So if I look at replace, you can see that before we went into the stock videos, now I'm going into the uploads. And when I go into uploads, there's lots of different videos and photos that I've uploaded into my account. And there's the video that the picture of me that I used. And this was one that I had done by a photographer, and then I placed it on my brand yellow. So I used that one. And when I place it in, it came up the same. And then if I wanted to move it around, I have to double click it and I can move it around. So I have to make this a little bit bigger, and then I can see how you can move the picture around to suit your needs. So it's really flexible with what you can do. And then the writing, you can move that around so that you can see everything. So you can see that because I had black writing on my black top, I was losing it. So what I could do with this is I could put a bit of background on here, just add a little bit of background behind it so that it sits up in the background. So let me just move that. Let me just choose white as the background. Okay, and we just move it over there like so. And then I've got that background, and I can make this a little bit smaller here like so. Oh, I've just tapped my thing, so it's gone all funny. Hang on. My okay, so then hang on, my mouse is playing silly things. Let me just take that off and get my screen back to normal. Hang on a second. My mouse has done something silly. Oh, hang on. On the Mac, the mouse, if you double tap it with one finger, it zooms in, and I've lost the zoom. Hang on, I'm going to have to zoom out. Let me just zoom out. Oh, there we go. On it. Oh, let me just see if I can get that back to reset. That's it. Okay, let me share that again. So we're back in business. I'm just going to refresh the page so that I get that back up. Hang on a second. Okay, let's just let that load. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you for that, Chuck. Yeah, give it a go and see how it goes. So let's just let that load up there. And you just keep going through, adding different pictures. So I added the picture that I uploaded. And then what I did with the other ones is I wanted to express what I was doing with the stock photos. So again, I just went in and grabbed a stock photo, did replace, did stock, typed in the word pineapple, did return, chose the images, chose the free one, and then just scrolled down until I saw a photograph that I thought would fit really well with what I wanted, my message. And then I just clicked it and we were back in the editor. So that's why I chose that one. And you just do that for each one. And then at the final bit here, what I wanted to do is I wanted to make the video a little bit more unique and add a little bit of fun to it by adding some emojis. So this is something that you can add to your video if you don't want to be on it yourself. You can add what's known as like overlays and stickers. So inside of Wave, what I did is, you see this one up here, this is called a sticker. So over here on the left, we went to this overlays and stickers. And what that does is it brings up all this choice over here on the right. So we've got little Giphies, so you know, the ones that the animated little ones. We've got your logo if you wanted to use it. And we've also got other photographs that you could bring in. So I used the Giphies and I just typed in pineapple again in there, and I just click return, and it brings in all these different pineapples that you can use. And as you hover over them, they all have this unique movement. So if you don't want to be on camera, you really don't want yourself to be on camera, then this is the sort of thing that you could use inside of the Wave.video editor to add to that. So if I press play here, you'll see what happens with the pineapples. So the one at the top right does a little wiggle, the other one comes up in the middle, and the other one on this side does this little flashy dance. And all of that can be added in here at a click of a button. So I can add another one in, say like if I wanted to put another one here, I could grab another picture, say like this one, I could just click it and it adds in, and then I just drag it out of the way of the other one, and that one plays as well. So then I press play and it will do its little business as it goes along. So you've got total control of how you create your videos if you don't want to be on it. Okay, so I'm going to stop my share. And of course, once you've done everything, I mean, I haven't gone into like, you know, you can add music if you wanted to. So down the bottom here, we have audio. So you can add music from within the library, which is also free. You can also add in the edit area, you can actually do a voiceover if you wanted to. They do this text to speech. So first of all, if you wanted to record yourself, you could record your own voice. If you didn't want to record yourself and you wanted the video to make the noise for you, so if you really weren't very happy with actually speaking yourself, you could type in what you wanted to say. So like here, I could say, now go spread your unique pineapple essence online. And what I can do is I can choose, like, because British, I could be American if I wanted to. You can choose whichever language you want, and you can choose whether you want it to be a female, a neutral voice, or a male or a neutral voice. So if I wanted to just do Amy, I click play.
Hi, my name is Amy. I will read any text you type here. Hi.
So I could do Brian.
Amy. I will read any text you type here.
Hi, my name is Brian. Hi, my name
I could do
Brian.
Emma.
I will read any text you type here.
So if I generate the voice, it's going to generate the voice for me. I can listen to it.
Now go spread your unique pineapple essence online.
So I could add that if I wanted to. That would add that to my image on my video, and then that would go into my video. So here, because I showed you how to do that earlier, what I'd do is I'd bring it down here at the beginning and I'd make it like so. And then when I press play, I'd reduce the volume of the song to, like, say, like a little bit less. So it's just in the background. And then I press play.
Now go spread your unique pineapple essence online.
So as you can see, even if you don't want to be on the camera completely, whether it's your face and your voice, there's a way around it inside of Wave.video. So that's another thing that you can do. And of course, then you just click publish, you download the video to your computer, or you can share it directly to the social platform or your website or wherever it is that you wanted to do. There's so much that you can do in there. So I just want to run through what I went over. So what we did, first of all, is we spoke about how you can make a video without being on camera. So there was lots of different ways of that. Number one, you can ask somebody else to do the talking head for you. So you can ask somebody else to represent yourself as a talking head like this and get them to do the presentations for you. Number two, you could actually do a PowerPoint slide, or you could share your screen and talk behind the screen. So the screen is the visual that you share, and your voice is still heard and you can talk your way through it. Sometimes people do use that sort of format in a video for like a webinar. So if you're using a webinar in your sales funnel to get people to buy something from you, you could actually use that sort of way of doing video. Third way is to video yourself running a tutorial, but focus on the act that you are teaching people how to do. So in other words, if you're doing a tutorial like I was doing just now with my screen, instead of me being on the camera, I could have put my webcam behind me and it would actually just focus on the screen in front of me. That's another way of doing it. Or you could use your mobile phone and of course video yourself from afar so that you're not in the camera. So you could actually get you from behind, but not the face. The fourth way was that you could record, say, like a gym class or a class of some sort, where you focus on some of the participants of the class rather than you being the person on the camera. The fifth way is to actually create video using photographs of you. So you could actually use the photographs from that you've already had done of you and put those into a video to create the video. And then actually the sixth way, just want to say hello to Gabe here. So Gabe has been amazing at sharing the live streams on LinkedIn. So thanks very much for giving me a shout out this morning about this live. So thanks very much for doing that, Gabe. It's brilliant. And then the sixth way is to create video using a tool such as Wave.video, which is the example that I've showed you today. Okay, let's just have a little look. Oh, Lisa's here as well. So thanks, Lisa, for joining me as well. I don't know, I've got a bit of writing at the bottom here. I couldn't see it. So I've got another question. So I'm going to hang around for some more questions because this is really, really good. I love all the questions. I would like to know how people do videos showing 2 different angles in a cookery video. Can this be done on my own with 2 cameras? Yes, absolutely, Kaz. So for live stream, what you would need to do is you would have to have a camera source as like, basically I would connect my phone, say like this, and like we said, so I lift this up for my tripod. So like I've showed you the link to this tripod, so you can get that. So say like if I wanted to video, the best way actually, if you're videoing something down is to use the, so this is a trick. On the iPhone, when you use your selfie camera, you're only using one camera, just the one camera that's at the front. So if you're going to do what you've just asked me to do, Kaz, and video yourself doing a tutorial, use the camera, the forward-facing camera away, okay? Because on the iPhone or any phone that you've got or a camera, you want to use the best camera that you can possibly use in order to do that. Okay, so Gabe's asked me another question. I'll get to that in a second. So what you do is we want to put this so that it's this way round. And that's really good because when you bend it over to do the video recording, let's just get that stable, okay? What happens is that you can see over the top, and actually what I'm going to do, you can tell it's live because now, oh, I've got my finger stuck. I'm going to turn it this way because what I want to do is I want my camera to be near the top, and I'm trying to get it so that it doesn't tip. You might need to like secure it on something, maybe. That's it, like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just open that up. Needs my Face ID. Let's just put that on. I'm going to just get to my camera. So I'm going to put it onto video. So now you can see. So basically, there's my camera, and it's looking at me, and that will sit there like that. And what that's going to do is it's going to video what's happening underneath me. Okay. Now, when you are recording something, you record on this camera and you record on your other camera. So my other camera is above my desktop. So that's recording me talking. And at the same time, you record what's happening underneath you. So that way you've got 2 camera angles recording the same thing. So for your question, Kaz, how people do 2 videos showing 2 different angles of the cookery video. Can this be done with on my own with 2 cameras? Yeah. So what I would do is you do need some software to edit it afterwards. So I would use, say, like your phone to record one angle and your camera to record the other angle. And then what you do with that is you then put both of them into an editing software. So depending on the length of the video, you could use Wave.video, or there's other ones, say like I use Camtasia for that, the really long videos that I do. Those sorts of editing softwares allow you to add multiple cameras in, multiple pictures basically. So if I were, I'm actually using Camtasia, but I'm not going to do that today. That could be another video. So let me write that down, that how to use, ooh, that's my lippy going, how to use 2 cameras to record plus edit. Oh, I've got, right. So what I'll do is I'll do another video on that for you guys, and we can come in and you can ask me questions about that. But that's basically how you do it. You would record on your phone and you record on your other camera at the same time. And then you push that into video editing software and you edit the video so that you can see both cameras on the screen at the same time, and then you can flick between the 2. So if you're recording from here in front and you're also recording from the iPhone or a different camera, you can then edit in different shots. So that basically helps keep retention of the video as well. So when you've got different things happening on the screen, it enables you to actually keep people's attention. So that's easily done. So I hope that helped you, Kaz, with that explanation on how to use 2 cameras. So Gabe, so can you be a host, I presume that is, and not show up on a camera in your video? Yes, of course. So I'm using Restream to live stream today, but there's lots of other live streaming tools out there. Like I said to you just before, Wave.video are creating have created a live streaming tool, which I do have access to, and I'm going to start using next week. So I'm going to have a play with it this week and then use it for my live stream next week. So if I wanted to be on here but not be on here, I could turn my camera off. No, hang on. I would turn my camera off using the disabled camera option, and that would give my little emoji there. So like a little picture. Now I can add a picture to that picture so that it's just me there. So I could actually add a little thumbnail so that I could actually put myself up there so that it would mean that you could see a picture of me, perhaps. That's one way of doing it. Another way is you could share your screen, and there you can see that I'm not on the camera at all. So I'm just out of the way. And what I could do is if I click on this one and make it the focus. So if I just maybe click this one up, I can make this the focus of the screen. That's going to make it too big. So there's lots of different ways that you can be on camera without being on camera. So you can, depending on what the software does for you, you can actually hide yourself and just have yourself on there. Say like if you were using what's the one called Zoom, Zoom, you can do a webinar where you're not on the camera. That's easily done. That's what I've just done actually I've just done a webinar for a new course that I've got coming out on how to create an online course. And one of the questions a lot of people ask, exactly what we're talking about today, is how can you create an online course if you have to be on video? And I went through some different ways of being on video without actually being on the video yourself. So one of them is to put a screen share up, maybe a PowerPoint or something like that, and just have you audio coming in. So that's definitely possible. So I can mix my camera positions up here, and I can, you know, have this as the focus if I want to. So yes, you could be a host and not show up on the camera in your video exactly the way that I've just done it. So I just turn my camera off, make this the focus point, and you then just present what you were presenting. You can still hear me, but I'm not on camera. So you can definitely do that. So hopefully that's helped you. I got to roll. Have a great evening. Yeah, and you, Chuck, as well. So that brings us to the end of this live stream. Let me just put my camera back on. I hope you've had a great time. I've really enjoyed showing you how to be on camera without being on camera. And I hope you've enjoyed looking at Wave.video and all of the different things you can do in there. Of course, you can be on camera and not be on camera inside all sorts of different types of videos. So you could use this technique to create Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, webinars, presentations, Instagram videos, even live streams. If you wanted to go on a live stream without being on the camera, of course, you could just make your screen the focal point. I would suggest coming on just for a little snippet, just to say hi and let everybody know who you are and how they can connect with you. But then after that, you could definitely share your screen. So with the connection, do please follow me on YouTube. I would love for you all to subscribe to my channel. One of my goals for 2022 is to hit that 10K subscriber mark. I am on 4,700 subscribers at the moment, or around that mark. And I will be hitting 1 million views very shortly. So I really want to get my subscribers up a little bit. And if you want to learn how to connect with me further, maybe even want to jump into my Digital Lab and Tech School Academy, where you get me for 3 times a week for calls and you get access to multiple courses that you can work for on your own, then do let me know in the chat if you're interested in finding out about that. That's $67 a month for you to have access to me and ask all these sorts of questions and get these sorts of explanations. And like I said, during this live, I've got a digital course coming out in March on how to create your own online course. And if you're interested in that, then do reach out to me and I will send you the link so that you can sign up for that. It doesn't start until March because I want to be able to go through it with you and help you all the way through the course. And then after I've run through the first go, then you can access it whenever you want to. Okay, so thanks very much, everyone, for joining me today. Just want to say hi, thanks to Chuck, to Gabe, to Lisa, to Kaz. And I know that we had Roberta earlier on as well. So thank you, and Joseph as well, and Lisa. So thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to take a quick picture of my live so that I can put that onto Facebook afterwards. I can't get it. Let me do it like this. And I will see you all very, very later. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. I've had a great time. Do feel free to reach out and connect with me afterwards. And I will see you next week.